This thing is life-changing. Hi friends, welcome back to Fiona's Universe featuring my new fancy button. You heard it here first. In my last video, we had talked about maybe me doing NaNoWriMo this year. This is your confirmation, and I hope that you're as excited about it as I am. I have my iPad here because there's a few things that we should discuss before we get into the vlog. The first thing I wanted to mention was that I hope that you didn't have a jarring response to seeing NaNoWriMo in the title and thumbnail of this video. I understand that from a lot of other AuthorTube creators, NaNoWriMo, the company itself, is under some controversy, and I was aware of this because I'm on their email list, but I don't know enough about it to form a concise opinion if they've done wrong things to people. I hope that they've righted them, and for now I only use it as a source for tracking my words. And I know that might be kind of a silly thing to say because there are a few other options out there for tracking words, including just like Google Sheets, but honestly, you might not know this yet, but this is my 4th NaNoWriMo. So I'm a NaNoWriMo veteran. I am not a rookie here. I have been using this since I was 15, so it is what I'm very used to. I use it outside of November. I use it all year round. I don't worship NaNoWriMo itself, but I do find that the interface of it all works really well for tracking my projects. With that being said, if you have any alternative recommendations that you like more than NaNoWriMo, let me know. But traditionally, for the past decades, NaNoWriMo has been in November. It has been a time of community for writers, authors. Your favorite authors have probably done NaNoWriMo. So it's very tradition-based for me, and a very focused time that I can get a project done. With that being said, let's talk a little bit about the project I chose for NaNoWriMo this year. If you watched my last video talking about all of my projects, which I will link for you if you have not, I was debating between 2 projects for NaNoWriMo. I did not end up going with Something Nameless, the fantasy series book 2. I decided to go with Below, the first project in the project series. And the reason for that was mostly because I wanted a finished or mostly finished draft by the end of this month. That was a major goal for me, and with Nameless Souls we were only going to get to about 69,000 out of 100,000 estimated. So with this we're going to get around 75k, and it'll be more of a finished draft, if that makes sense. To preface this video, I wanted to talk a little bit about Below and just a little bit about like the vibes that you guys can be sort of picturing as I am writing this week, as you see me vlog. So basically Below, again, I talked about it in that other video briefly, but the plot is sort of outlined there for you. It's a dystopian trilogy, most likely. This is the first book about a girl named June. She lives within a society where people are dropped from the sky as teenagers or adults, but June was the only ever person to be dropped as a child, so she was 10 years old. This makes her different and a little bit of an outcast in the society called Nether, and she is basically recruited by the Prime, who is evil, to become the mercenary. That's what she's called, and this is because she has perfect aim. So she basically is an assassin for the Prime Minister. She does not work within one of the cadres that the other people work within to keep the society moving. She's in charge of eliminating people who go against the society and try to contact the people living above, who are the ones to drop the citizens. So hopefully that makes sense to you. It's a very brief premise. There's also romance in this book. I have not yet decided if it's going to be adult romance or young adult romance, so keep that in mind. But she ends up joining forces with a character who you will see me talk about a lot, named Lord Garnet, who is the adoptive son of the Prime, and he is a very unsuspected rebel, but he is a rebel. So that's a really cool dynamic that they end up establishing while being enemies, of course, because who doesn't love enemies to lovers? I'm currently filming this on one of the last days included in this vlog. I made a lot of progress this week. I'm really happy with my word count and all that jazz. You're gonna see me reread the entire book at one point, to the point where I finished it. You're gonna see me write a gala where a lot of tension happens and I am exploding with feelings because of that. You might even see me write the first kiss scene. So, hold your breath. You will also see, which is the last thing I'm going to talk about, that I did not start NaNoWriMo on November 1st, nor am I doing 50,000 words as a lot of people typically do in NaNoWriMo. But this is what I'm doing instead. I started on November 5th, which was last Monday, a week since I'm currently filming this. But that was because Halloween weekend was a lot, and I was not in a NaNoWriMo type of headspace, so I didn't know if I was going to do it at all. But I decided that I would be able to hit my intended word count still, despite missing the first 5 days, if I started on November 5th, which is exactly what I did. I've only missed one day since then, and that was the second day, which you will see me talk about in the vlog. And so far, so good. Again, this is my 4th NaNoWriMo, my 3rd, I hope, successful NaNoWriMo, because last year I failed. But I am hoping for great success this time around, and I'm feeling good about it. You're gonna see if that changes though. So stay along for the journey, and most of all, enjoy the vlog that you're about to see. Hey guys, I'm gonna film the intro to this another day, but it's November 5th. We're behind, and I just finished my first day, so let me show you. So I have done NaNoWriMo just a little bit differently this year. I'm still gonna end up writing a whole lot of words, but I started with like 33k. We're trying to reach 75k rather than 50k. So I finished today with 1,836 words, and I'm really happy with what I did. To be honest, there was a moment in time when I was thinking to myself as I was writing, oh, I can't do this today. I actually can't do this any day. But turns out I just had to push through that a little bit because I managed to find a rhythm, as I always do. You know what I mean? But it's been a couple days, maybe even a week, since I've worked on this project, so it was definitely a bit of a thing to overcome. I can't think of the words right now because it's kind of late at night, but I am very happy with what I did. It's been fun, and I don't know how long this is going to go on for, but at least I have something, because a few days ago when NaNoWriMo started, I had nothing and I was kind of sad about it, so we're doing it, guys. We're doing it. I'll see you on day 2. I look naked. Give me a minute. Okay guys, welcome to day 2 of NaNoWriMo for me, day 6 for everyone else. Today's goals are to complete my words for the day, because I did it yesterday, but who knows if I can do it today. I mean, I know I can, but it is looking a little bit busy for me. I'm not gonna go to class. I am gonna probably go out with my sisters to do some stuff. I am going to do a French test and other schoolwork. I want to read, I want to journal, and I want to post a lot of TikToks, especially to talk about the video I posted yesterday. So I'm going to do that. I'll take you along on parts of that journey. You don't need to see all of it because we're doing lots of vlogging this month, but yeah, hopefully it's fun. Hey guys, look where we are. my empty bedroom at home. I am excited because I just got home, I had a shower, and my Sephora sale came. So I'm really happy to have skincare finally. Jeez, all my products had run out. It's the Katie Fang set, my Canadian queen. Been meaning to buy that for a very long time. Anyway, you're not here for a Sephora haul, although I would gladly give you one. That's the only thing I've bought so far. Anyway, I did my NaNoWriMo in class today, which you saw in the B-roll thing I did. It was weird to film in class. I did it before class when there was like hardly anyone in there, so it was fine. But I finished 94%, all but like 100 words while in class because my teacher ended class a little bit early. I would have finished it if he would have kept it going, but it's good to know that I can basically finish all my words in class because all my classes are the same length, so I'm gonna be doing that in the future. Anyway, I do have a lot of work to do while at home this weekend, but typically I do some good writing here. Several books have been written in this very room, so that's good news. And also, I didn't succeed yesterday, but it only tacked on about 50 extra words a day I have to do, and that's like nothing. It's basically just the regular NaNoWriMo now, like the 1664 I think is what it is, standard. Mine's like 50 something, but anyway, I'm quickly gonna finish now what I was writing to actually officially finish my day 3, technically my second day doing it because I didn't even try yesterday. I had I was gonna say a rough day yesterday, but it was more of a rough motivation day. So let's hope that that improves from now on and we can finish this. This is what I have for you today. So let me show you what we're looking like. Yesterday I did nothing, so we had the same count as Monday. We are at around 36,000 words, almost 37,000, which is honestly great news because I thought my pacing was really off for this draft and it's looking more like it's not, so that's great. Ooh, this is a good picture of it as well. This is so high, by the way, because I inputted all the words I already had from like the past 4 months-ish on the 31st. So yeah, we're not doing typical NaNoWriMo, as you can see, but about 50% there. I really have been trying to stop rambling so much in my YouTube videos lately, but I've decided that this is gonna be a vlog of like the first week or just over a week of NaNoWriMo, so I can do a little bit more yapping, and then we can also do a lot more vlogs where I do different things for NaNoWriMo. I'm gonna try different strategies, doing sprints and stuff, which is not something I normally do, and also trying to get out and like write in different places. So that should be fun. And I also want to talk a lot about the project I'm doing, so stay tuned for that later in the video and in future NaNoWriMo videos, because obviously we're going to progress to like near the end of the story where I can kind of give you hints of information. But for this video, we'll mostly talk about like the premise. Is that the right word? And all that stuff. Characters, you know what I mean. I got to write some romance today in class. It was so fun. Since I'm almost done for today, I am on chapter 18. I finished chapter 17 in class today, and they are about to go to a gala, which is going to be really fun to write because the main character gets to wear this really cool dress, and there's going to be a lot of characters reintroduced and developed further, and a lot of relationships within that sort of group that are explored, which is going to be a lot of fun for me to write. I always try and add like a little party or gathering where I can get a lot of characters in the same room and really like push those relationships forward. And also there's going to be a lot of juicy stuff that happens here, so I actually can't wait to write this scene. I didn't talk about this yet, but in terms of plotting, I have a plot brainstorm and chapter outline document. I don't have many chapters planned going forward. I've had all of them planned out up until now-ish. And I kind of have been doing that lately, where I don't do it all at once, like before writing the book, but more so as I go. So I really need to plan the last like 10-ish chapters, because I only have up until 19 and we're obviously on 18, and then I know what's gonna happen, like every step of what's gonna happen, but I need to flesh it out and plan it a lot more aggressively, which is gonna be hard. Ugh, I don't know, man. I'm scared. If you watched my talking about all my projects video, I'll link it here if you haven't, but I was talking about my debate between which book to do for NaNoWriMo. I think I would hit the same problem of not having the whole thing fleshed out with the other book I was debating between, the Nameless series book 2, because I know everything that's going to happen in that book, beginning, middle, end, everything in between, but the bones are there. We don't have much else. So for this one, I basically just chose it because I wanted a finished project by the end of November, and I am happy that I picked that because I've been working away at this since July, when I was working every day for 12 hours. So it's been a long time coming. I've picked away at it for a lot of this year, so it's time to get it finished. Let's do it. All right, we're officially finished our words for the day, and I will check in with you guys again tomorrow. Hello friends from the floor. I actually am gonna get up off the floor. Give me a sec. I'm not loving filming at home because I feel like every backdrop is just like ugly and not aesthetic for you guys, but we're gonna have to deal with it for the next day. I go back tomorrow. Anyway, I didn't film me talking yesterday, mostly because I was in a no getting ready day. I was in a very in the zone day, but I did film a lot, so I hope you enjoyed seeing what I did. I had an insanely productive writing day yesterday, and day in general for work and school and writing, so it was really great. At one point I was on a call with my friend Fenna and we were bouncing ideas off of each other. Well, I was bouncing ideas off of her, and basically I'd be like, give me a color, and then she'd give me a color, and I would use it for like a drink that was being served at this gala that I was writing yesterday. And I knew that this gala scene was gonna be hefty, so I plotted it out with a lot of bullet points, which I don't normally do aside from my standard chapter outlines. So I went really in depth, like what are people wearing, what are people drinking, what are the interactions that are going to be had, because I needed a lot of characters involved in this one scene. I was reintroducing some people who are going to be really important later in the series and later in the book, and also obviously establishing a lot more romance and like tension, because that's like my favorite thing ever to write. Ever since I dyed my hair, I feel like it just looks greasy. It's not greasy, I promise. I promise. But anyway, yesterday was amazing. I think I wrote almost 3,000 words. So that's like almost double what I was supposed to do. Not quite, but definitely like made up for that missed day earlier on and any other days I might have to miss in the future. But that's not gonna be today. I'm gonna change my sweater really quick because honestly I've been wearing this for a while, and also I just feel really ugly right now, but nobody cares. I'm gonna grab my laptop and read you some of the stuff I wrote yesterday because my favorite, it was so good. and I was really feeling it. But this is a side note quickly before I got my laptop, but I think I need to reread the draft because I started this project in like July-ish, which I've probably already said at some point in the vlog, but I need to do a reread because there were some scenes yesterday that I was skimming over randomly just for fun, and I was like so invested in being like, oh my god, I totally forgot that they had this interaction, and oh, it's so good. Okay, I'm gonna grab my laptop and we will move forward. Hey guys, it's Fiona from the future. I'm editing this video and you're gonna maybe notice that my sweater in the next couple clips is entirely inside out. I'm sitting here laughing at myself because I eventually do notice, but it took me so long to notice. So please ignore that, I beg you. And we're back. Okay, first of all, I apologize for the lighting. I apologize for the angle. I can't really do much about it at this point. I don't have my tripod, I don't have my ring light, I don't have my mics, I don't have anything here, so we're dealing with it, okay? But let's talk a little bit about what I wrote yesterday. They're at a gala to celebrate the completion of this wall that has been built to keep people out of the outskirts. It's basically like, they call it a dangerous place where it's like really forested and not like incomplete, I guess you could say. And it's also where the rebels tend to gather. So that's the true reason why they are walling it off. But they're at the edifice headquarters, which is the art cadre, I guess, or I don't know how to say that. It's in my book and I don't know how to say it, but anyway, they're full of artists and it's just really, really cool. Anyway, they're having an interaction right now, the two main characters, that is, where they're talking about one of the art pieces of fire, and at one point he says, I believe there's a better metaphor for people like us. Fire is too cliche. He says, like, it reminds me of this song because there's like an orchestra playing, and she says, forbidden, not entirely, untamable, erratic, coming from above. And above is like capitalized because it's a big part of the story, okay? But he says, what does it sound like to you, June? And she's like, doesn't know what it is. And he goes, like a storm? Exactly, a storm is brewing. We are brewing, spreading, taking over. Ugh, the drama. And then I need to explain the storm metaphor, but basically there's a lot of important things surrounding storms in this series. So just keep that in mind, it's important. But basically the Prime Minister, who's evil, who's the mother of this male main character, is giving a speech about the wall. And she catches sight of them during the speech coming down this grand staircase together, and she hesitates, obviously, because seeing these two together is not normal and jarring. And so she's talking about how they must protect another and that there's treachery overhead and that they need to keep doing things like this wall to make sure that they don't find themselves stuck in a storm, caught in a storm. And it's, oh my god, it made me really happy to like watch those pieces come together, basically. But that was like a really drawn out description of what I did yesterday. Right now I'm about to get into some drama with her enemy because her enemy's name is Echo. She is like a very high status individual and she's also really rude. And she thinks that Lord, the male main character, is really wanting her. He doesn't want her. Spoiler alert, but she is about to have a bit of a fight with June, and I always like writing the little spiteful scenes between them. It's just a lot of fun. It's normally also in like a fighting ring where they're like actually like fighting each other because they're both a part of the guard, but this is just gonna be a stay away from my man and then you're not actually his girl type of thing. That was a horrible description. But anyway, that's what I'm doing. I hope to get a lot done today, although I'm probably not going to get nearly as many words as I did yesterday because I am home and wanting to treat today as more of a weekend day rather than like yesterday was Friday, so it was more of a school day and I kept to myself a little bit more. But we're putting up the Christmas decorations today at my house, so I'll be doing that and we'll see how productive I am in terms of writing. I also wanted to quickly mention in this video, even though it's kind of irrelevant at this point, but my last video I posted talking about my projects has been doing really well, and at first it wasn't, and I wasn't surprised. Like, normally my views have been pretty bad because I stopped posting for 6 months. That's besides the point, but people are really liking it. They're giving me a lot of sweet comments and I'm just literally so grateful. I have been doing social media for a really long time now, and I will never get over getting comments about my work and my projects and books and writing. It literally makes my heart so full, and so I wanted to take a moment to thank you all for watching that. If you haven't watched it, I feel like it's a good video for my channel moving forward because I can reference it a lot and have you guys learn more about my books. So that's great. I can't believe over 1,000 people at this point have heard me talk about all 21 of my projects. So just thank you so much. I just submitted an assignment, so I feel really good about myself. And I'm gonna do my something nameless edits now. Ooh, spoilers! But after I do my 1 chapter of revision per day, I'm gonna go to NaNoWriMo. So excited. That sounded really ingenuine, and it kind of was, because I'm not that excited about it today, mostly because I think I went too far yesterday. 40,000 words. Pause to read. I just finished chapter 18 with 4,500 words. Enough said. I still have about 500 words to do today. We're moving forward with a scene that could evolve into the first kiss scene, I fear. Yeah, a sneak peek for you. It felt dehumanizing, but it was perhaps the most human thing I had ever done. Stop. We're all done for right now. I finished with about 100 words over the count I needed for today, and the only reason I stopped was because I left it at a good place for me to pick up tomorrow. And otherwise, I think tomorrow might be kind of a difficult writing day because I am going to be like traveling between here and where I live at school. So there's going to be some like time when I'm not able to write. And this is going to be such a great scene to come back to eventually. I just realized that my sweater is inside out. Please ignore that. And I will hopefully see you tomorrow or later today in a shirt that is not inside out. I forgot to mention that I'm going to take some time to read as much as I feel like of this project so far right now, since I have nothing else on my to-do list really to do today. I'm going to take some time to really get invested in the entirety of this story, not just the midpoint that I'm at right now. Hi, the quality is horrendous, but I just wanted to say I'm reading below right now. I'm like baffled by how much I'm living for it. Like, I love all my work, okay? I love all my work, but I am like eating up these prose. I'm eating up my sentence structure, and I am doing even little edits as I go for word choice and to make it even better. I am in love with this first chapter, and I'm not even done reading it. It's like something I would love to read, which is always my goal with my books. So I'm very happy right now, and this is definitely going to really push me in this NaNoWriMo season. So I can't wait. Hi vlog. Oh my god, there's so much dust in the air. Ew. But we are in a different angle right now because I wanted to utilize the natural lighting since it's been really bugging me in this house. But today is my last day here at home. I'm going back to my apartment later, and that should be pretty good for productivity. Normally I write well here, but there's a lot to do. So I get distracted a little bit, but it's been going really well. Speaking of which, last night I read through the entirety of what I've done on Below so far. It was a lot of fun. Like I said, I was giving some updates to you guys about how I was like giggling and just like having so much fun reading it, but I had forgotten a lot of things or just like let them slip my mind that I have written down. I was taking a lot of notes as I read of things I want to add to certain chapters, things to keep in mind, and also new chapter ideas were coming to me that I can add into this like end or like the wrap up towards the end of the book, which is always something I love when I get really immersed into a project. Just like with Something Nameless, like I would reread it a lot and get into the vibes. I would always come up with new ideas pretty naturally, just like as I was reading. So that's really awesome. And there's even going to be some stuff in these notes that's going to go into the next 2 books of the trilogy. So it was like a really beneficial little reading session. I did miss putting up the Christmas tree though. It was for a good cause. I don't know if I'm gonna get to writing before we drive back home. I hope I do, because once we're there, we have a lot of stuff to do, like groceries, and I have to clean my room and get everything settled. So maybe we'll do some writing like now-ish once I play my little games on my iPad. But yeah, that's some rough outline for today. We're going back and gotta still find time to write, obviously. Wish me luck. I am going to do my Something Nameless edits for right now, and then I'm gonna do my NaNoWriMo. I hope that I have time to do it before we like get going, because I'm gonna be rather annoyed if I get interrupted with it, but for now, this is the plan. All done. Hello from the apartment. Okay, moving forward. It's day, I don't know of this video, maybe day 7, so this might be the last day that we hang out and talk about NaNoWriMo. For this video, there will be others, but I'm feeling really good about it so far. I'm about to go to class, which is dampening my motivation just a little bit, but hopefully when we get home we'll be able to write. I have a very busy school week today, or this week. Please pray for me. I know I have to do a quiz when I get home, for sure, and I have to submit an essay, but I'm probably gonna do that during class, so it shouldn't be too bad. And then we'll see how much other schoolwork I do today, because I really want to do my writing, obviously. I didn't leave off at the best spot yesterday in terms of picking it back up, but we'll make it work. We'll make it work. I also am running out of chapter outlines. Actually, I'm pretty sure this is my last one, so. Oh yeah, I just remembered what I'm doing now. The other night when I was reading it, I came up with an idea, so. We're fine. Okay, see you later. Hi guys, I'm back from school. I did my quiz, submitted my essay, did all that super fun stuff. No cursing. And now I'm gonna do my Something Nameless edits and my NaNoWriMo. I'm scared because my motivation is dead. Hopefully I'm going to be writing a really dramatic scene today involving wolves and potentially the first kiss scene. So that could help with my motivation. But it's just been a really busy day. So I don't know how much I really can do. Maybe I should take a break. Yeah. Judy wanted to say hi, but not that badly. Check out this insane weather. I'm scared. Update, I am about to feed my cats. I just edited a lot of this video and I filmed the intro and outro, so you'll see that in this green sweater, but I still haven't done my writing, so we gotta find time for that, and I gotta feed these cats. Okay, bye. Okay, I'm doing my something nameless edits, and don't look. I'm gonna do my something nameless edits, and then I'm gonna go have a shower and maybe eat dinner, and then maybe do my NaNoWriMo later. This is a really bad choice. Okay, bye. I'm spiraling today. I'm sorry. Okay, guys, I've done about 20% so far, and I am taking a break to go shower and get on with my day because I need to eat dinner. And unfortunately, I have to cut off my writing, which I hate doing because I lose my momentum, but like, I've only been doing it for a few minutes, so we should be okay to get back into it after I accomplish some things. And besides, I spent like a long time planning a few more chapters out, and these ones more in depth because there's gonna be a intense scene. We still haven't done any more writing. I did shower, however. I wanted to drop a few of my favorite author tubers in at this point in the video because I'm watching them to try and stay in the writing headspace while I, you know, braided my hair, did my lotion, and did my like self-care routine, basically. So, my favorite at the moment is Brielle Writes. She's fantastic, and I also have always loved Anna New, so definitely check out both of those. And then I've also been watching Sincerely V recently, which is more of a new channel to me, but I'm pretty sure she goes to a university that's like right next to mine, so that's really cool. That's really cool. I've also been watching Emily Thompson, who is a newer author tuber, kind of like me, except for her channel is actually like new. And I've been watching her like November writing challenge video to inspire me because I'm still filming episodes of mine, obviously. And I think she might also be Canadian, which is always really cool for me to see because a lot of the content creators I watch are American. So yeah, pretty cool. I'm gonna go make dinner and then I'm gonna come back and write like the wind. Whoa, that was really cool for a second. Whoa. Okay, bye. All right, we made it 48% done for today. I have to admit, I really just want to be watching Once Upon a Time right now, but instead I'm writing, which is productive, so I can deal with it. At this rate, I don't think we're gonna make it to any type of first kiss scene tonight because a lot needs to happen before that occurs. Anyway, it will be in the next vlog, most likely. And I've talked about it in this one, so I don't feel like I've misled you guys. I'm screaming? It's time for everyone's favorite NaNoWriMo activity, checking to see if you've hit your word count. Let's see. Oh, I have a feeling it's gonna be like 99%. It's gonna really piss me off. Well, we're 60% done, which is cool. Let's check the stats. Oh my god, what did I tell you? Ding, ding, ding. With that, we have a week of NaNoWriMo complete. Ignore that number. Remember, I skipped a day, and I did a day before that. Are we clear? I can't believe our time together has come to a close. Except I'm vlogging this entire month, so stay tuned. Catch you in the outro. Hi vlog. This is Fiona from the beginning because I didn't want to change locations just to film the outro of this video. You're welcome. I wanted to give a couple of concluding thoughts from this vlog. I really hope that you enjoyed seeing me document this week. I got to go home, which was fun, and I wrote a lot of scenes that made me giggle and kick my feet, so that's fun. I think there's gonna be 2 or 3 total episodes in this mini series that we're doing here on the channel of NaNoWriMo. With that being said, if you want me to do a NaNoWriMo tips video, which I consider doing, let me know. But it is like halfway through November now-ish, so I don't know if that'd be very helpful to you, but maybe for like an extra boost on the back end of it, because that can be the hardest when you sort of are running out of the initial steam of it all. Regardless, I'll probably be doing a video soon of how I write so many books, which will include a lot of my NaNoWriMo tips in it, because they're tips that I take with me no matter what the project is that I'm doing. So keep an eye out for that. Another thing I wanted to really quickly mention was I'm super grateful for all the love that my last video has been receiving. It is currently tied for the top video on my channel out of the last 10 videos I've posted in terms of views and interactions. So that is really incredible. I'm so grateful, and your comments make my day. Like when I see a comment that says, I'm a teen author and you inspired me to keep going or to pick up my project again, it actually, like, it makes me feel like that's just like my purpose, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. I find it like crazy that almost 2,000 people at this moment in time have seen me yap about 22, 21-ish of my projects as a 19-year-old author, and I just can't like put into words how happy and grateful that makes me. It's just incredible, and I love you. That's the bottom line. It is my greatest goal in life to become an author and content creator full-time. So mostly on YouTube, but also on TikTok and Instagram. So who knows? Maybe we're on the pathway to that. I'm always trying to work towards it. It's my dream. It's my goal. So thank you for sticking around for that journey and supporting me. And I love you. Also, if you're doing NaNoWriMo, good luck. Let me know how it's going in the comments below and what your word count is and your predicted word count. Maybe a little bit of your Fiona. No, too fast. Maybe a little bit about your project as well if you're feeling so inclined. You guys know I could yap all day, so I'm gonna say goodbye now. Bye bye. Happy writing.